Jammer Audiobooks presents Tiger Milk by Stefanie de Velasco, narrated by Sarah Feathers. The author begins with the following poem by Joseph von Eichendorff.
In a cool and airy mead, there turns the wind a wheel. My beloved she did leave, who lived there in that field. She pledged her love forever, gave me a ring therewith. She broke her pledge asunder, my ring did split in half. When I hear that wheel still turn, I don't know what to do. Death is that for which I yearn, then quiet would it be too.
And now, Tiger Milk.
I wouldn't have even noticed it if Mama hadn't run into Frau Stanitzek on the street. I know it was Frau Stanitzek, because she already owned the convenience store in the building where Jameelah lives now. I can still remember how they stood around talking and laughing forever, and then they talked some more, and then came more laughter. I wasn't paying attention to them. I was bored, and I remember I was holding on to the baby carriage to brace myself because the pavement was so icy.
Jessie was lying in the carriage. She was still a baby then. An accident.
Mama had cried when she found out she was pregnant again. She was sitting in her room, on the corner of the bed, the corner of the same bed she used to share with Papa. Rainer was sitting next to her, and then he took her in his arms, and suddenly they both began to cheer up. I remember that I watched all of this through a slit in the doorway, and that I had to pee really bad. The pregnancy test was still sitting next to the bathroom sink. It was one of the cheap paper ones, and the ends were curled up like a dried-out slice of cheese on a sandwich put out for display at the bakery. And then I saw it. It was lying in the snow. It was green, and it was steaming. Someone must have just spat it out. It looked like a little balled-up lump of pizza dough, about the right size for my Barbie doll to make a pizza out of. Except it was green, and it had teeth marks in it. I was still holding on to the baby carriage. I had mittens on, and they were connected by a cord that ran up each sleeve of my jacket and across my back. My Barbie was stuffed into one of the mittens. And as Mama and Frau Stanitzek chatted away, the upper body of my Barbie crept out of the mitten and bent down. With an outstretched arm, she speared the gum and then stuck it into my mouth. It was still a tiny bit sweet, and it tasted like Waldmeister syrup with a hint of cigarettes. Later, when I was 11, and took a drag on a cigarette for the
Sample complete. Ready to continue?